Hello, my name is Kimberly Ty, and today I will be telling you about my childhood story about my phobia. Most of us in this class have at least one type of phobia, whether it's a fear of spiders, heights, confined spaces, blood, or even talking in front of a classroom. We all have some type of fear. My fear, it's called ophidiophobia, which is the fear of snakes. This story takes place back in 2003 when I was in 6th grade. My teacher at the time, his name was Mr. Grubb, and Mr. Grubb absolutely loved snakes. In fact, he loved it so much, he brought it to our classroom, and he had multiple snake cages all throughout his classroom. Every week, Mr. Grubb would choose 2 snake helpers during silent reading. These snake helpers would get the opportunity to hold one of his pet snakes. Mind you, this was an opportunity that no one would turn down. Absolutely no one. And everyone wanted to be a snake helper. But something about this snake helper opportunity to me never sounded that great. In fact, I knew that I never wanted to be the snake helper. But unfortunately, my week came, and my friend Christian and I were chosen to be snake helpers. As nervous and anxious as I felt about holding a snake, I never wanted to embarrass myself even more in front of my classmates and turned down this opportunity to be a snake helper. So I agreed to it. So Mr. Grubb handed Christian a fairly long, medium-sized snake. It would curl around his hand. And then for me, he gave me a very tiny, almost baby-like snake that just fit in the palms of my hand. The feeling at that time holding a snake gives me the chills, and it was kind of weird feeling, but I was actually doing quite okay and was enjoying that time, only until this one moment that absolutely changed my life. And in that moment, Christian, he was my friend, and he liked to goof around a little bit, so he decided to place his bigger snake next to my snake, which was a very small baby snake, and immediately I saw Christian's snake's mouth open very wide. It was opening wide, and luckily, my reflexes or something had told me to move my hand quickly. And when I moved my hand quickly, all while still holding the baby snake, I looked back at Christian's hand, and the snake had bitten Christian's hand instead. So Christian dangled his hand out with the snake dangling from his hand, and on the other hand, he very calmly raised his hand in order to grab Mr. Grubb's attention that the snake had bitten his hand. So Mr. Grubb came over and took a pencil. He used the pencil to pry the fangs out of Christian's hand in a very calmly manner, all while I'm sitting in my desk in absolutely fear and shock. Till this day, I still have a very strong phobia with snakes. In fact, I can't even wear snake print clothing, look at a picture of a snake, or in fact, even see a snake in person without running away or feeling absolutely fear. So anyways, the moral of my story is always trust your gut and don't be embarrassed to say no. And especially when you don't feel comfortable with something, speak your mind, and maybe, just maybe, your fear won't get even worse like mine. All right, thank you.